Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. Patch notes. Oh wait, it's the 10th anniversary? All right, general updates. Progression. All heroes now level up faster. Is there a retroactive buff to people who have been leveling? No? Then I don't care. Okay, anyways, whatever. Good change, I guess. It was taking too long anyways, but also it's very annoying that they didn't add Overwatch 1 or early Overwatch 2 levels, like time to like the levels. I understood it when it involved other stats, but when it just became time on a hero, you could have easily retroactively fucking added that. Adjusted post-match accolades cards to show underrepresented statistics more often and lessen the frequency of overrepresented statistics. All right, so I'm guessing there's going to be less supports that are always represented. All right, but anyways, increased requirement to unlock competitive play from 20 wins to 50 wins. Okay, this isn't the competitive change I care about. I care about you changing the fucking system where new accounts get to fucking eat everyone's lunch and fucking get placed in champ, which should never happen. Like, and also too, this just doesn't even fucking matter. I don't fucking care. That first comp one is good. That's a necessity. Yeah, but this only affects alt accounts, and the problem is the calibration with it. Yeah, maybe going from 20 to 50 wins might fucking help, but like that the calibration system is just garbage. That's the problem. Yeah, but the thing is, nobody should be placing in champ out of calibration. Harder to go 50-0. But that's the thing. Like, they start thinking that you're champ after a fucking couple games, Kazu. Like, that's the issue. Like, their Smurf detection fucking kicks into overdrive way sooner. Yeah, like, maybe this will help, but also none of the people that they assumed were champ caliber players were anywhere near that. So, I mean, I doubt this is really going to do it. You got to make an alt to get into your games. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to make an alt and test this and see if it changes where initial placements are. We'll see. Hero updates. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, UI updates. Cooldown is now visible when Nemesis form is active. Okay, that's good. Inspire, add a custom UI element showing how many allies are currently being healed by Inspire. That's really good, though. This UI element can be toggled on off in Briggs Heroes options. That's really good, actually, because most people don't understand how Inspire works, so that will help. Okay. Initiator subrole. This change makes the Initiator subrole more deliberate rather than activating passively while airborne. Trying the trigger to specific movement abilities better integrates the sub-role into each hero's core gameplay loop and gives players more agency over when to access its healing. The healing amount has been reduced to lower its overall effectiveness of the sub-role. So that's crazy. They're reducing the actual healing and they're reducing the amount that it gets. Because I'm guessing this is for Hazard specifically, for him like climbing a wall and triggering it. But that doesn't give you more agency over when you use it. You still have less agency. You just have less option. Like, I don't like the way that they worded that, but whatever. I don't care because fuck Hazard specifically. Winston, now you have to use jump pack. Diva has to use boosters. Hazard's violent lunge, yeah, wrecking ball, grappling claw, doomfist, rocket punch. It's rocket punch, not his slam. It's the punch. Like, I'm guessing this is because the punch is a much shorter cooldown, but like this, I don't know, whatever. Like I'm guessing it's because Doomfist probably isn't as doing very as well, and Rocket Punch is a much shorter cooldown. But I don't get it. This makes it feel like, yeah, now it triggers when you use a specific movement ability instead of just triggering while airborne. But like, I feel like that makes the entire thing just seem more inconsistent. Also, too, this means that when Wrecking Ball just uses Grappling Claw to like get the fuck out as fast as possible, he'll immediately start to do fucking healing. So it might be pretty easy to interrupt it, but also he doesn't have to go airborne to do it. So I don't know. Like this just makes the passive more complicated and convoluted, in my opinion. But whatever. Diva, impact damage reduced from 3 to 2 for micro missiles. Okay, good. Seismic Slam, camera lock and shockwave effects now trigger later to better align with the animation. Oh, well, that okay. That seems odd. Empowered Punch. Add new visual and sound effects that play when Empowered Punch is about to time out. Okay, whatever. Junker Queen. Adrenaline Rush. 5v5 only. Wound damage. Self-healing multiplier. Oh, why? Okay. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, sure. Sure, fine. Yeah, increase that. Increase that. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care. Whatever. That's fucking like. I think that we need to stop. I think we need to stop buffing heroes whenever they just aren't in the meta. Like Junker Queen's passive, we've already played with this number. 2.25 was already very fucking high, and we've had 2.5 before and it immediately got fucking nerfed. Why are we messing with this number again? Like maybe it's a little different because of like the healing reduction or something, but like I don't know. I don't know. That's a little crazy. Okay. Damage. Emery. Hopefully Emery nerfs. Emery nerfs, please, 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 please. Okay. Healing conversion reduced from 80% to 60%. That's crazy that they nerfed the perk and nerfed this, but I'm okay with that because it still is a fucking ridiculous fucking ability. Radius of maximum damage it reduced. Oh, from 2 to 1.5 meters. Okay, I wanted that to happen. I wanted that to happen too. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. I don't understand why they made the blaster fucking heal so much, but whatever. I still think it's still gonna fucking heal quite a bit, so I think it's fine. It's gonna suck, but Freya. Okay, now let me see. What would I want? What would I want Freya to have? I would like for her fucking primary fire to not have any spread. Me personally, I would like her primary fire to feel more responsive, so she's less of just a double stick bot. Let's see. You could make a change to Bola so it actually locks you out for the full duration so that Moiras can't just fade out at the end of it, unless they might have already changed that. I think they already changed that. Let's see. No longer reduces height gain from updraft. Oh. Okay. So you just get 2 updrafts at full height. That's interesting. I mean, like, Freya's struggling, so I get that. I thought it was like a fine trade-off. There were certain things you couldn't fucking reach, but for having 2 updrafts, I thought it was worth it. But whatever. Updraft cooldown going from 12 to 10 seconds. Oh my. Bonus ultimate shot. Why? I don't think she needed that, but okay. Okay, whatever. I guess we're doing a little bit of Freya today. That's kind of insane. I don't know if this actually is good enough to make her relevant, but these are some insane fucking changes. Okay. Sierra. I hate this hero. I hate spam slop. I hate it. I wish that they would lower her clip size, like Lower her clip size. The reload mechanic is so fucking good if you can chain your darts and stuff like that and everything. But if you don't, then it kind of feels like you're an underwhelming hero. It's so cheesy that you hit a dart if somebody goes for a play and they either have to hide behind cover or use a movement ability or they're just immediately cooked. I just think that this hero is boring. I don't think, though, that they're going to nerf her. I think what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to make it so that her grapple range is maybe increased base. They might make that like a little bit better. Maybe they tighten her base kit spread a little bit. They're probably going to do some dumb shit, though. Let me see. Weapon fire volume reduced. Like they nerfed the sound. Like, or lowered the sound of her. They just lowered the sound of her gun. Okay. I mean, it was an obnoxious sound, but it's because they made it sound like a bubble machine. It was like, so they're like, it was annoying because it just sounds like you have a fish that's screaming underwater. Like, but whatever. The sound was so loud. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just didn't really notice of it. Pharah. Okay. Pharah needs nerfs. They probably are going to nerf. Okay. The nerfs I would like to see. The nerfs to both her perks. The one that gives her a one-shot combo by herself. And like with her fucking conch shell. Her conch blast. And then also the double rocket thing needs to be nerfed. This still leaves the problem of Pharah with damage boost would still be would still have all that, but at least it requires 2 people. But let's see. Yep, concussive damage reduced from 50 to 30. And rocket salvo damage reduced per rocket from 40 to 30. Okay, so they did nerf both those perks. I think that means that both of these are still problematic with damage boost, but whatever. Baptiste. Okay, they're going to buff Baptiste because of where he is. I don't think that Baptiste really needs a buff. I think that other people need a nerf. I don't know. Maybe they'd buff how fast the self-healing is on shift. I don't know what they would do with Baptiste. Regenerative burst, instant healing increased from 40 to 50. Healing over time increased from 40 to 50. Cooldown reduced. That is a lot of buffs to. That was way more buffs to regenerative burst than I thought. But Yari. Okay. What would they do with the Yari? I don't know, because last season she was one of the best heroes. This season, she is a little overshadowed by Kiri getting a random buff. Have we already? No, okay. Hopefully, Kiri's getting a fucking little bit of a nerf. But they're probably going to just nerf her in between the last patch and current patch. Let's see. Iari. I don't know. I don't even know what they do to this hero. Maybe they reduce the amount of time between her ultimate, like, sticking on people. I don't know. Solar rifle. Base projectile size reduced from 0.05 to 0.0. Hit scan global projectile size bonus still applies 0.07. Okay, so they made it harder to hit primary fire. Right? That's good. She shouldn't have had a Sojourn Rail fucking size blast. He really doesn't need a buff. He doesn't need a buff, but he's struggling because of other people in the meta. And because also, too, there's so many flyers in the meta. He just doesn't fucking fit into that. If you have a fucking Jetpack Cat Bastion flying around, like, he's not really going to do anything to add to that comp, stuff like that. He's just... I hate when they, like, buff people because of the meta, you know? Also, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, Jetpack Cat. H, I, J, it's JK, right? A B C D E F G H I J K L M. We didn't get a fucking change to Jetpack Cat's fucking. Why didn't we get a change to fucking infinite fucking holding Jetpack Cat, bro? Why didn't we get a change to Jetpack Cat infinite hold? I like was gaslighting myself that I didn't know the alphabet because I'm like, surely they nerf that. Kiriko, well, I think that they just lower her healing. Like I said, I think they just move the healing to be like probably just in between where they had it. Additional healing after negative status effect cleanse removed was 30. Now makes targets invulnerable instead of phased out. A Suzu nerf. So that means if I'm reading this correctly, invulnerable people can be booped now. Like, and they're not going to be transparent. So if you're trying to punch someone off the side of the map as Doomfist, now you don't punch through them and you fall off the map. That's a big W. That's a big W. I mean, it's a pretty big Suzu nerf, but also too, like, it didn't need to have the bonus for when the negative effect was cleansed, and this should have never been a thing. This should have been a Suzu nerf that got done. This, like, also too, Kiri's healing is still ridiculous right now. Kiri's healing is still ridiculous right now. That doesn't change anything. All right, let's see. Lucio. What change would they do to Lucio? Because Lucio Kiri at like the pro level has been like oppressive for a while, but I don't know if they nerf Lucio. If they were, maybe they would nerf his boob, because what is it, like 4 seconds right now? Maybe they make it like 5 seconds, or make his projectile smaller, but I don't think they would do that because they love support players' projectile sizes. But I mean, they did do it to fucking Iari. They did just buff him, I think, last patch, right? So yeah, I think that maybe it's like his boop. Maybe they nerf it by like half a second or something. Overhealth granted reduced. Duration. They nerfed sound barrier? Okay. Both of these is crazy. Both of these changes is crazy. Like, hitting an 125 overhealth nerf and a duration fucking nerf? That's insane. His ult was cosmetic anyways. Like, it's easy to burn through it, but also, like, this is crazy. Getting double nerfed? Like, that's fucking crazy. And, like, I don't... This is the thing, too. Like, I don't think that, like, Lucio's ult is nearly as problematic as, like, fucking Kiri ult. They also did something called a bug fix. All right. I probably do have spoilers here because my girlfriend was excited and freaking out in chat earlier. So I'm assuming it's a Murphy buff. She also needs a buff. And I'm assuming it is her movement. And then I'm going to guess random pistol buff. I'm going to guess movement and her pistol damage goes up by 2. Damn it. Okay. Divine Momentum, minor perk removed. Winged Reach, new minor perk, new. Guardian Angel's range is increased by 30%. Oh, okay, there's more. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, more range. Launch speed is increased by 10%. Okay, reverted to previous value. I wish it was a random pistol buff. I kind of assumed that they would do so, because, like, also this is good. This should happen. This is also, too, probably overall is a pretty cool buff. Like, having the ability to move more. Like, that's cool. Misuki. I'm guessing they buffed the cooldown of his hat. Oh, Hentai Sanctuary now absorbs enemy projectiles exiting the state. Okay, they reduced the duration. That is an insane buff. Absorbing the projectiles going in and out of the sanctuary is an insane buff, because now you can actually do like a Winston bubble dance in there. Okay, but I really hate this because this ruins the interactiveness of it, that you can jump into it and like then fight. Because now if you jump into it and somebody has access to the W, A, S, or D key, they can actually just walk outside of it. And if you walk outside of it, they just walk into it. You can't actually do anything for them. It's so short though. Yeah, but it kind of ruins the counterplay of it. Now the counterplay is just waited out, and I think that that's kind of boring. Like the heal got nerfed, the duration got nerfed, but I think that now you have to wait it out. Now you can't really interact with it, and I think that that's kind of boring. Like now I think that you use this to actually force the issue on and engage instead of counter engaging. That's the one plus side for Mizuki and his team specifically. If you are an enemy player playing against this is way less interactive. Like, and that's why I dislike it, because now I think that like basically people can dive in, he can throw it aggressively, and then what do you do to stop the dive? You do nothing. I just don't like a buff to Matrix abilities. I don't like buffs to Matrix abilities. Like, they could have buffed other parts of it, but buffing the Matrix aspect of it, I think is very unfun. But okay, so yeah, this is the nerf to Lucio that was a bug fix. Fix an issue where armor's damage reduction was being applied twice to... You're telling me that Wu Yang is doing more damage now? You're telling me that it was doing less damage than it should have before? I mean, I don't play really any characters that have armor, so doesn't really affect me, but like, you're telling me he's gonna do even more damage? That's crazy. Okay, well, that's insane. There were some weird changes. Overall, like, that's good for the UI changes. This is a weird change, but it does nerf the passive overall for most characters. This I think didn't need to be happening. This W, sure, fine W. I think she needs other changes. This was a W. This was okay. This is good. This is good. This is poor guy. This was good. This was I guess that really overall this was like the only change I'm a little bit more skeptical about. So I guess that overall this is a pretty good patch. Overall, it's a pretty good patch. I give it 7 out of 10 because I feel like there was a lot more stuff that needed to be done. Specifically, Jetpack Cat, Infinite Tether. Yeah. Overall, I think pretty decent. Pretty solid patch.